All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to my backup channel, TMossBoss Extended. And on this channel, I did say in a previous video that I was going to think of some content to add to this channel. And one of the things that I wanted to start doing was like relationship advice videos, kind of like how Hodge Twin does it, but not be as aggressive as Hodge Twins. Probably in some cases and situations, I will be aggressive. I will tell you because there's a story that I'm gonna read y'all. I haven't read it yet, but I seen the title of it and I'm like, I don't trust that. I do not trust that story. That's just I don't know. Like it just wouldn't be something because I'm like, okay, I know if I were to go out and do something like that, that I know what's going to be going on in the back of my mind is that this person's it's gonna raise suspicion in their head that I'm hanging out with some. All right, so let me just read y'all the title of it. My part, so I'm reading this off of the relationship advice subreddit, and I figure I'll just go on there and do that. But if you guys have like some questions that you want to ask me about your relationship, I will very well give you the best advice I can possibly give you. But this particular one, I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused on the situation. But anyways, my partner is going on a trip with someone she hooked up with. I don't trust it. I'm sorry, but I don't trust that at all. Like that's something where I'm like, she has to know that that's gonna raise some sort of suspicion in your head. Like, I'm sorry. And then there's always gonna be that person where they're all like, because if you were to ask her like, oh, what would you do if I were to go out and do some stuff like that? Knowing her, she'd be like, oh, I wouldn't mind. I don't care. Like, that's the thing. I'm like, that's just okay. Maybe we just different, all right. But the majority of relationships, like especially if it's a serious relationship, that type of stuff ain't gonna slide. I'm sorry, but that type of stuff ain't gonna slide. But anyways, let's go ahead and read this story, get into it. So for those that is wondering, I have like a crap ton. Probably didn't even know, but I'm like, for those like, in case you want to just see more content of me like giving out relationship advice, I do have a podcast where I've recorded a crap ton of episodes for you guys. So go check out my podcast, the TMossBoss Show. But anyways, so they go on to say that my partner and I have been dating for about 1.5 years, and she's going on an expensive 10-day trip to Hawaii for her female's BF's birthday with two male friends, all 23. Oh, well, dang. Like, now you're doing a twist. Like, I guess if it's like a birthday party, then my thing is like, how come you wasn't invited? Like that'd be my question. Like, can you go? Cause I definitely will be trying to go, but no, let's go ahead and continue on reading. This group is a smaller version. This group is smaller version of a group that she used to go on fun trips with back on the start of college. However, their last trip was 3.5 years ago, where my partner and one of these guys got to second base. All right, like I ain't gonna talk on that. I'm uncomfortable about this new trip, and I asked to go, but my invite was turned down to everyone's fear of an off vibe from being new to the group. What? What kind of friends are those? Like, that just something don't seem right. That just doesn't seem right at all. An off vibe of a friend, bro. Look, my thing is that if it was like me and a group of friends was all going on a trip and they wanted to invite another party in, I will make them feel welcome. That is the whole, like, my thing is like, I feel like that's like one of the code of conducts when taking a trip with a random. Like, you're supposed to make them feel comfortable, you're supposed to welcome them in. Like, my thing is that how did your guys' friend group start? Y'all ain't just meet up like all together at the same spot and was all doing the Spider-Man pose and stuff like, oh, we gonna be friends now. We all met up at the no. Like, you guys brought in each other. So my thing is like, what's wrong with bringing in one more person? Like, to me, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't trust the friend group now, because I'm like, y'all is shady. Like, what kind of, that's weird. I'm like, to me, that's very, very weird. Like, I've never heard of some stuff like that. My thing is that anytime when my friend group, whether, because I've had like multiple friend groups, so and that's, oh, That's a good example right there. I've been involved in multiple friend groups. So obviously they welcomed me in. Obviously they had their group maintained, but they still welcomed me in. So my thing is like, does that just, I don't trust the friend group now. I'm like, forget the guy. Don't trust the friends. The friends sound shady, but anyways, so then they say, haha, my partner and I have never spent this much time slash money together, and using her vacation time for this trip prevents our ability to plan a trip for my B-day. Simple put, I feel jealous and have FOMO because I'm missing out on this experience to be shared with someone she's hooked up with, and I'm also afraid of being too controlling by bringing up my concerns. How do I not feel this way? No, that's, bro. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I definitely will tell her my concerns, to just be like, hey, I'm not saying that this is in your character that you would cheat on me, but I'm just saying, like, I am a little bit, like, worried because, I don't want no stuff to go down and then all of a sudden you just like it's just gonna be awkward, it's just gonna be awkward and that type of stuff. I'm like, I'm not, with that and things. So that's why I'm like, I would try to like bring it up to her, and I will talk. I would talk to a girl about that. Like, no, I'm like, I just, I don't feel comfortable with that, and I'm like, hey, like, you have a right to feel a certain way. I think that's what a lot of people, they think like you're not allowed to feel a certain way. Like, no, you are allowed. Those are your feelings. If that's how you feel, that's how you're going to feel. Like, you shouldn't stop how you feel to like be worried about another person. Like, no, like if you feel a certain way, like you feel a certain way. So that's why I'm like, it, to me, it just doesn't, I just think people need to stop doing that. Like, if you got some feelings in your chest, like, let that stuff out, all right? But anyways, yeah, I definitely would talk to her about it. I wouldn't like, don't, if you don't want to come off as controlling, then yeah, just, sit down, have a little discussion. And if she says like she ain't gonna, do any of that, then it's all like, okay, but make sure like in a situation like just talking to anybody out there, because I don't know if the person that made that post will watch this video, but in a situation like that, make sure you tell them, unless they've cheated before, then that's when it's all like, okay, like I'm a little worried in this situation just due to past situations. But if they've never cheated on you, then just be like, hey, look, I know that this is not in your character, okay? I'm not saying you're a cheater or any of that stuff, but I'm just a little bit worried because this is a person that you hooked up with and things. So I'm like, if you feel it, like I'm feeling a certain way and I'm coming out and I'm being an adult talking to you about it, and I could have just been like, holding it in, and then it'd be all built up, and then in a later argument and stuff, then it's like, okay, all that stuff comes out, and it's just this massive big fight, okay? But it's a massive big fight, okay? But no, then it ends up being like, then like, yeah, then that argument is gonna be like 10 times worse, because it's like, it's, my thing is like, it should be like okay, if y'all like got a good relationship going on, it should be okay to like talk to each other about stuff. So definitely, I'm like, I'm single right now, but I'm all like, to whoever my future girlfriend or wife is, I'm like, if you got questions, concerns, what else, anything you want to talk on it. Like, that's my thing, is like, I feel like I'm gonna end the video after this, but I feel like a relationship is like, that's the one relationship that, like a couple, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, however y'all roll, but once when y'all call it a relationship, once when you guys say that you are in a relationship, once when you guys then change their Facebook statuses, then put y'all in each other's Instagram bios with heart emojis next to it, once you guys then did everything that you needed to do, okay, to clarify that this is a relationship, I feel like that has taken a step to where now things can be talked on, things can be discussed, things can be, because that's my thing, is like, that's what's going to get a relationship going, to see whether or not it's going to be a long-term type situation or a short-term situation. So that's why it's always good. Like, that's why you always hear people saying like communication is key. Why? Because like, if you communicate, you will understand things better, you will know things better. Okay, so my thing is like, talk to her, communicate with her, let her know how you feel, and then if she got any feelings in her chest, hey, tell her, like, say what you need to say and things. But anyways, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, just communicate. Communication is key. All right, people. So, anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, if anybody does deal with a situation like that, it goes good for you. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for some more videos. Check out my main channel, TMossBoss. But I got 30 other YouTube channels. So, yeah, go check any of them out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.